Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody out there is keeping safe and well. I'm starting off my videos today by talking about a subject that has, should we say, pissed off a lot of football fans across the world in the last sort of, 24 hours. Now, this announcement has been rumoured around for a while, and it came into fruition yesterday, big time. And then last night, when I was actually in bed sleeping, it was officially confirmed that there is going to be a new league starting called the Super League, which will consist of 6 Premier League clubs in England and other clubs throughout Europe. Now, me being a big, massive Liverpool fan, I'm here this morning to give my view on it. There's a lot of Liverpool fans that have been contacting me over the last sort of 12 hours or so via social media, saying that they're outraged, they're annoyed, they feel like they've been spat on as a fan, they're disrespected. You know, fans are literally ready to flip and pull their hair out of all this announcement. I've got Liverpool's official statement, which they've put out on their website, which I want to read some of it out to you as well. It basically just says, leading European clubs have announced a new Super League competition midweek. My view on it all, guys, I think it's bullshit. And that's just being totally honest with you. I think it's bullshit. I think it's a slap in the face to fans. It's a slap in the face to football. A lot of fans are really annoyed about this. And, you know, it's like a breakaway league from the Premier League and the Spanish League and the Italian League and things like that. I've got the rules of the format, the way it's going to be. I want to read that out to you in just a second, but I think it's a complete slap in the face. Now, I did see an interview on Sky Sports yesterday from Gary Neville. Now, you all know Liverpool, Manchester United have banter back and forward. I've met Gary Neville at Anfield, had a bit of a joke and a crack with him, you know, outside the back of the Kenny Dalglish stand when he was leaving one day. And, you know, to be honest with you, I don't agree with a lot of things he says about Liverpool, because obviously he's a former Manchester United player, Manchester United fan, you know. But what he said on Sky Sports yesterday, not just me as a Liverpool fan, fans throughout the world, whether you're a Chelsea fan, a Tottenham fan, a Wolves fan, you know, whether you support an EFL League 1 club, League 2 club, if you're an amateur club fan, whatever, any club you support, all agree with what Gary Neville had to say yesterday, and I totally agree with what he said. I think it's a complete disgrace. I think it's a joke, and a lot of fans from all these different clubs who are breaking away, the likes of the Arsenal, the Tottenhams, the Chelseas, the Manchester Uniteds, the Manchester Cities, the Liverpools, you know, are voicing their opinion now, hence why I'm doing it as well. I'm a little bit annoyed about this. I even spoke to my young son about it this morning. And he's only 12 years of age. You know, he's been following football since he was a wee tote. And, you know, people who watch my regular videos, we do our live reaction videos for Liverpool. We go to Anfield quite regularly before the pandemic. You know, and they announced it during the pandemic as well, which is a bit of a slap in the face too as well. I mean, all those clubs who at the moment, as Gary Neville stated, you know, are struggling to even keep their doors open at the minute. And he does make a point which I kind of agree with. I think it's greed, money. It's all about greed and money. These owners is again touched, and I don't actually believe that I'm actually agreeing with Gary Neville, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with what he says. Not just because he's a Manchester United player or an ex-player or fan, whatever. It's just a lot of he talks out of his ass sometimes. But that's my opinion on it all. But yesterday he does make a point that it is down to greed, and it's down to money, and it's down to these clubs thinking they're bigger than everybody else. You know. It's a slap in the face to fans. I think it's personally a slap in the face to fans who pay their hard-earned money to go and see these clubs week in, week out. You know, I go to Anfield quite regularly now in recent years, and I feel, you know, these fans are going to be having to pay an absolute fortune to travel to these games. You know, the likes of the Spains, and, you know, it's bad enough having to pay money to go to Champions League games, but now you got to pay to go to these other games all the time, midweek. Now, I've got some, I'll talk about it more just a wee sec, but I've just read Liverpool's statement this morning. Guys, I got up this morning and I literally got up, got a quick wash, stuck a shirt on and said, right, I'm going to stick a camera on here because, you know, I'd rather talk about this now before I continue on with my day. But I've been reading through Liverpool's statement, which they announced last night. As I said, I was in bed early last night, I didn't get a chance to do this video until now. I don't even know where to start with this statement. I mean, it's off Liverpool's official website here. You know, as you can see here, it's just, I don't even know why I'm angry. I'm ready to scream at Liverpool. You know, whether I'm pissed off with them. You know, a lot of Liverpool fans follow me on my social media feeds because of our Liverpool videos and stuff, and you know, and the messages that I've got this morning is just unbelievable. People who've been supporting the club for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years are saying, no, I'm done with football. I'm not being part of this propaganda nonsense for owners to get more richer and more greedier, and you know, I'm walking away. And you know, it's a hard one. Anyway, I'll read this to you what it says here. The story basically just says, leading European football club announced new Super League announcement. Liverpool Football Club can confirm that we have joined Europe's leading clubs and agreeing to form a new competition, the European Super League. Now here's the rules, guys. It babbles on for a bit here, saying some of the clubs will be in this as the following: AC Milan, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Juventus, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Tottenham Hotspur have all joined as founding clubs. In anticipation, a further 3 clubs will join ahead of the inaugural season. Now here's the rules for it here. 20 participating clubs with 15 founding clubs will, and qualifying for a further 5 teams to qualify annually based on achievements in the prior season. Midweek fixtures with all participating clubs continuing to compete in their respective national leagues, preserving the traditional and domestic match calendar, which remains at the heart of the club game. An August start with clubs participating in 2 groups of 10, playing home and away fixtures, with the top 3 in each group automatically qualifying for the quarterfinals. Teams finishing 4th and 5th will then compete in a 2-legged playoff for the remaining quarterfinal positions. A 2-legged knockout format will be used to reach the final at the end of May, which will be staged in a single fixture at a neutral venue. There you go. And to go on here in this statement here, it just goes basically on. It talks about Manchester United's Joe Glazer bringing together the world's biggest clubs together. I think it's a slap in the face. Honestly, you don't just think you're privileged enough to walk into a league thinking you're bigger than everybody else. You know, you earn the right, for example, the Champions League. You earn the right to play in the Champions League or the Europa League. The teams of the likes of the Burnleys and the Aston Villas and all those boys who fight for the top 6 positions every season to get into the Europa League, which is big money coming into the club. You know, these clubs are being slapped in the face. Clubs at the championship level, EFL, League 1, League 2, you know, other smaller leagues as well. You know, it's a slap in the face to these teams and these clubs. And again, go back to what Gary Neville said yesterday. You know, these clubs are furloughing players. There's clubs that are furloughing players, bare to keep their doors open, you know, and being given very little money from the government, especially during this pandemic at the minute, which is doing my head in at the minute, to be honest with you, this whole pandemic stuff. And now these clubs think they're big enough just to break away into a league where they think they are the elite. And, you know, again, another point that Gary Neville made yesterday, and I watched the interview again this morning. These clubs, including my club Liverpool, should be punished for this. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans are going to come on here now and say, what? You're saying your club should be punished? Why should we? It's not even so much the club, it's the owners. It's the owners who are just there to make money. You know what I mean? And they're annoying as well, that annoy me as well. You see all these stories about, you know, if a club gets a big season like we did over the last couple of seasons, where we won the European Cup, the Premier League, the Super Cup, the World Club Championships, and we signed 2 players that, in my opinion, are not up to standard. Kabak, and no offence to your guys, Davis. You know, we signed Thiago and things like that. As a Liverpool fan, I don't think the club's putting enough money back into the team. I think they're trying to make as much money as they can. A lot of Liverpool fans are pissed off at the FSG. They're saying, you know, they're not putting the money back into the team. You know, they should be putting the money into the team, you know, because at one point we were the champions of the world, champions of Europe, and champions of England. And we weren't signing any players. There was players there, in my opinion, that should have been offloaded, and we should have rebuilt and brought maybe one or two big names in to try and progress forward. I mean, look at the season we've had this season. You know what I mean? Compared to what we had last season, where we ran away with the league. We ran away with the league last year. We won the European Cup in 2019. We won the Super Cup. We won the World Club Cup. And look at the season we have now. Can't score goals at home. No creativity. The team looks exhausted. And FSG have invested in two players who, in my opinion, are not good enough. And this is where it all goes down to what Gary Neville said yesterday about owners being greedy for money and trying to make themselves richer. They're coming in and buying all these clubs, and now these clubs are thinking, yeah, look at us now. We're going to break away and slap all you other English teams in the face. And I'm annoyed as a Liverpool fan. I'm angry as a Liverpool fan. And I'm going to look more into this over the next coming days. And you hear all these different rumours and stories and stuff like that. I hope it doesn't go ahead, to be honest with you. There's a tradition in English football. Yes, I'm from Northern Ireland. Yes, I work in the Irish League here in Northern Ireland. There's a tradition over here as well. There's things in the Irish League, like for example in the Premier League, there's a split, which the league splits halfway through, which I think's a load of crap. I don't understand why leagues split. I think you should just play whatever amount of games you play each other home and away. Who comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever, and that's it. That's the way it should be. Tradition in football. None of this breakaway leagues and all this big money. Some of the money the players get nowadays is absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't complain if they were giving me £1 million a week or whatever it is to kick a ball around a field. But the old school fans, the people who've been following their clubs for generations now are feeling like we're getting a slap in the face today. And I totally am on board with all these other fans from different clubs who are literally annoyed about this all. People keep saying, but it's good, or people are saying it's good for the game, and Liverpool's going to make more money, but they're not putting the money back into the team. They're keeping the money for themselves because owners are trying to make more money. All they want to do, like for example, all they keep talking about in Liverpool is building this new stand behind the Anfield Road end. Yes, it's going to bring more fans and all into it and stuff like that. But the way the owners are looking at it is they're going to be going, yep, we're going to make more money on match day. Liverpool, at the minute, it's been a frustrating season for me as a fan. It's been a frustrating season for the club. Where we're at the minute compared to where we were last year. We can't score goals. We're out of the Champions League. That game the other night against Real Madrid, we couldn't even score. Last season we've been scoring goals for fun. Last season, if we had played Real Madrid, we'd have chewed them up and spat them out. But this season, we can't score because we're just not good enough. And we haven't invested in the squad. We've brought in players. Okay, yes, people say, injuries like Virgil van Dijk and Gomez and players who've been injured, like Jordan Henderson's out now as well. All your missing players and things they got there. But it's not the point. At the end of the day, if you win all that, you're bringing all this revenue in from sponsors and cup competitions and all this revenue you're bringing into your club, and you're not putting it back, investing it back into your team, then your team's going to fall behind. Because players, like there's Man City, have run away with the league again this year. Now, I wouldn't say run away as much as what we did last season, but even so. But this Super League is an insult to the old school fan. The fans who travel with their club week in, week out. It's more expense for them. A lot of Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, I've even had Arsenal fans contact me as well on my Instagram, mailing me saying like, gee, Matthew, what is going on here? What is going on? A good friend of mine who lives in Bangor here is an Arsenal fan, contacted me on Facebook last night, and I didn't get his message till this morning. And I haven't even replied to him yet. I'm going to reply to him later on after I finish filming this video. But he goes to most Arsenal home games, and he lives in Northern Ireland, and he travels to London all the time. And he feels that he's been following Arsenal. He's what? I think he's 15 years older than me. Now, I'm 40 this year, so he'd be 55. He's been following Arsenal since he was 7. Going to matches since he was 7. His dad used to take him all the time. And he feels he's been insulted as a fan. Now, he obviously knows Arsenal's going through a bit of a stage at the moment where they're piss poor, they're not playing well. Okay, they're in the semi-final of the Europa League, fair play to them. But he feels he's insulted as an Arsenal fan because of this whole announcement. Guys, I'm going to go because I could rant here all day about it, and I'm not going to be honest with you, because I think it's a load of crap. I don't agree with it. I don't think it should go ahead. I hope it doesn't go ahead. My social media links are in the description if you want to contact me by mail or message and let me know. I may even do a video where I answer your questions. So if you want to ask me any questions about this, please drop a message in the social media with the Facebook fan page or the Instagram page, or I'll drop an email in the bottom as well. I don't think it should go ahead. I think it's an insult to fans, and I think that Liverpool are literally silly for doing this decision. I don't think they should do it, but that's my opinion. Guys, let me know what you think. Sorry for a bit of a rant here, but I'm just a wee bit frustrated. I'm not long awake. I'm just literally up out of bed, and I thought, right, I got to make this video because it's really, it's so frustrating. I even spoke to Dad about it, and Dad's like, money, greed. That's all it is, just money and greed. You know, I pour a lot of money into Liverpool every year by buying merchandise. I go to matches. You know, I buy stuff at the club. I support the club. You know, pay membership every year. I do all these different things I've been doing for years for the club. You know, and I feel like I've been slapped in the face. I've supported Liverpool since I was a tiny boy, like a little toady boy. And my son supports Liverpool. My daughter supports Liverpool. You know, my dad supports Liverpool. And, you know, give you another example before I go. Tony's a Newcastle fan, my brother. Newcastle fan. Now, obviously, he's not massive football fan, but he's a Newcastle fan. And I'm going to ask him later on today about how he feels about it all. Because, you know, there's Newcastle, and our big massive English club. Great tradition, great history, and they're being left in the lurch. Unbelievable. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it. Please support this video, and please support the channel. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe below. We've got a Liverpool live reaction video coming up tonight. Liverpool are playing an action tonight against, is it Leeds? I think it's Leeds we're playing tonight. Yes, it's Leeds. My head's away today. I'm going to go and get a shower and get changed and start the rest of my day. Stay tuned for more pop-up videos coming up on the channel too as well, and also a daily vlog. Guys, let me know what you think. Instagram, Facebook, links are in the description. Send me a private mail. Let me know what you think about this here, and ask me any questions you want to ask. I'll try and even do a video about it. Liverpool fans, if I had her, I'd be turning it out. Anyway, like, share and subscribe, guys. Till the next video.